Put on your party hat and rustle up some grub. Because we're riding into town with laughs for everyone. We've got wobbly grannies, selfish doggies, and the world's worst babysitter. All on life's funniest moments. You'll see a crashing couple, a rodent rejection, and a guy taking one for the team. We're definitely using the right bait. And our canine conundrums will have you foaming at the mouth with laughter on life's funniest moments. You don't need to be a child to engage in child's play, but it helps. Kids all over the world love to come to Tiny Tots Day Camp. Is it the scenic campsite? Maybe. Is it the delicious food served in the mess hall? Possibly. Is it the fact that every counselor in the camp is a child themselves? Absolutely. Who better to lead excursions and activities for kids than our team of professional children? Yes, your child will have the time of their lives being led through the wilderness by one of their peers. A counselor old enough to walk, but still young enough to be afraid of the dark. Tiny Tots Day Camp, where a little child shall lead them. Hey, it's Dennis's birthday. Looks like a party's going on. They haven't broken out the gifts yet. But I can tell you the first gift Dennis wants, to take that hat off. Yeah, and maybe get a shirt. This is called Rocking Yourself to Sleep, the heavy metal version. Our little headbanger is about to take a nap, so enter Sandman and bring this Iron Man some much-needed relief. Freddy here is a bouncing baby boy on a bouncing baby toy. The question is, who's got more bounce to the ounce? Freddy or his horse? It doesn't matter. Between the two of them, there's plenty of bounce to go around. Quentin's parents wanted to give him a little nudge towards his future career, but they couldn't decide what career path was best. Mom wanted a musician, while Dad wanted Quentin to choose the family business of rat catching. Let's see what happens. Wow, looks like it's a life filled with music for Quentin. Sorry, Dad. Time to get a 1,000-foot extension cord. We're taking this show to the great outdoors. How does a father who can't swim make sure his son doesn't grow up with the same problem? Why, this way, of course.
Yep. Ik had voor weer een kistje respeto roer als houden doen. Ieder respeto roer, ja.
When he grows up to be a strong swimmer, little Philip will always reflect on being dipped into the ocean like a tea bag. It made him a much better man.
En zo. Ja, maar zie het nou hier toch.
While some animals are known for being rude, well, these guys attempt to make up for it by bowing to all comers. Subservient, perhaps. Polite, you betcha. You can't beat the location. In fact, you can ski right up to it. And the menu at the lake shores is out of this world. Only problem is the service. This was the day Tony was going to learn to ride a two-wheeler. Look at him go! Wind blowing through his hair, that first liberating taste of freedom that a young man gets when he can finally get from place to place on his own. Unfortunately, Tony has no idea how to stop this thing. They say once you learn to ride a bike, you never forget how. But that's no comfort to Tony. He knows how to ride. It's the stopping part he's having trouble remembering. Yuri was the ultimate multitasker. Whenever he would get a drink, he'd go ahead and wash his shirt at the same time. That left him plenty of time off for sunbathing. Is there anything lonelier than a dog on a swing with no one to push? Chomper is asking that very question right now. He's trying all right, but he seems to be barking up the wrong tree. Later, he's going to play fetch with himself and see how that works out. If a couple falls in the woods and there's no one around to hear it, do they make a sound? Oh, yeah, they make a sound all right. Coming up, an extreme close-up and a clip you'll flip over when we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. Two-fisted, tough-talking, and hilarious. Here's some tough guys. When you're fluorescent green, incandescent orange, phosphorescent blue, refulgent yellow, and resplendent red, you can't afford to be the nice guy. You gotta bite a little or people will walk all over you. Colorful birds sometimes come off soft.
Now, just so you know that Ted is not one-dimensional. Don't allow himself to be typecast. Here's Ted's other side.
Ted was willing to put up with being groomed, shampooed, perfumed, and coddled. He was even willing to look the other way when you insisted on having his nails done. But when it comes to his bones, could you at least let him act like a dog this once? Come on, the guy's got pride.
Ready?
Never back down from a bully, Mom said. But Mom didn't realize that Fido owned the park, and sledding there without his permission was just asking for trouble. See, Mom?
Go get your shirt!
Can't we just go home now? There's a reason Tommy never played professional soccer. His face just couldn't take it. Remember these? You love these. It's the Life's Funniest Moments Rewind. It was a solid plan. Before trying it on the high wire, the women of the Flying Hendrix family would try their new stunt a little closer to the ground. Well, here's one stunt that will never make it to the center ring. The residents of Grover's Mill were spoiled. All summer long, the carnival had been in town. So after it left in September, the residents had to find their thrills on their own. Next summer, can't get here fast enough. When Jimmy grows up, he wants to be a truck driver or a dentist. Hey, that's it. Jimmy will be the first truck driving dentist. Hey, who says you can't have it all? This is a never-before-seen demonstration of Valjitsu, a little-known and rarely practiced wedding-based martial art. It's usually practiced at the reception and is based on deception. You think your opponent is going for your hand, but is instead focused on another part of the body. The groom is usually the aggressor in this discipline, though many brides have been schooled in the art as well. The zoom was broken on Daddy's camera, so Maria did everything she could to help.
How could you think that wouldn't happen?
Great, now the zoom and the lens are broken. Maybe this family should stick to photographs. Everyone wondered if Tony and Tina were identical twins. No, Tina's graceful. The only thing Ross liked more than dancing was food. So when Rita walked into the dance floor with a tray of food, Ross couldn't contain himself. Dancing's over, but soup's on. On Ross's shirt, that is. There's nothing more graceful than a ballerina, so it seems like a shame to keep little Nadia so stiff and rigid on a trapeze. Ballerinas are graceful by nature. No worries. I'm sure Nadia will show off her grace with her dismount. Oh. Well, maybe her legs fell asleep from standing still. It's been said too many cooks spoil the broth. Well, the same goes for cakes. These three culinary experts are having a little disagreement over the ingredients. Paul wants more sugar, while Rachel and Kat think, well, things are sweet enough. Well, for being so sweet, things have gone sour in a hurry. And as for Kat, well, there's only one thing to do. Whisk her troubles away. That's how the cookie chef crumbles. Coming up, a beauty bottoms out. and a dad topples over. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. If you ever forget what fun is, please refer back to this point of the show, because this is fun. While Dennis may have invented this contraption first, he never patented the idea, which goes to show. Sometimes you can work really hard, but you still have to take it on the chin. And that's what we call adding injury to insult. Everyone has their own version of fun. For Grandpa, fun is doing a crazy after-dinner dance in the living room. For the younger members of the family, fun is getting in the way of Grandpa's crazy dance in the living room. Now, wasn't that fun? Water skiing on the lake's always fun. But not as much fun as playing submarine. I hate learning how they do the special effects in those behind-the-scenes DVD extras. When you go to see a flying dog movie, I want to believe the dog is really flying. When the local community center had trouble raising money, the whole town got together to help them back on their feet again. A sold-out crowd packed the house to watch the legendary dance team, the Kickapoos. But before that happens, they'll need to pay the electric bill. Simon says, stand at attention. Simon says, look pretty. Simon says, sit down. Fall out of your chair. Oops, Simon didn't say, you're out. I hope you got a strong jaw, 'cause it's time to get your licks in. Roger has stumbled upon a new skincare treatment. Chocolate therapy. See, not only does the chocolate taste great, but the natural sugar and oils located in the cocoa bean provide sustenance to the skin. Allowing it to retain its youth and elasticity for as long as you can indulge yourself. Sure, it might look a little weird with chocolate smeared all over your face 24 hours a day, but it works. Just ask Roger. He's 34 years old. True fashionista cats know that good grooming starts from the bottom up. Once you have the tail looking good, you can start with the rest of you. You know the saying, as goes the tail, goes the cat. Ever wonder why your dog's nose is always wet? You got it. This is one healthy dog. Years ago, at his first birthday party, Aaron debuted his famous character of Frosting Face, wowing the crowds with attention to details such as dollop on nose and both hands all in. The character was such a hit that by popular demand, Aaron brought it back for his 4th birthday as well, drawing gasps of laughter from friends and family members alike. Ah, Frosting Face. You just can't beat the classics. Coming up, a boy walks on the wild side. When we return with more of life's funniest moments. Welcome back to Life's Funniest Moments. At Neophyte Ninja School, entry-level ninjas are first taught the fine art of sneaking around. Lessons like the toe curl shuffle, how not to leave toe prints, and the popular, what was that? Ah, it was me, a ninja technique, are all learned in the first week. After that, it's on to moving like the wind. And before you know it, you're clad in black and dropping out of trees to spook people in the park. It's a rich life.